Hi, everybody. I'm Ella Morton. I'm a visual artist and photographer based in Toronto in Canada. And this is your Introduction to Mortensage class, where we're going to be doing Mortensage on black and white prints, which is how they're most often done. So for today, I'm going to start out here by the light table. By the way, we're at Gallery 44 in Toronto. It's a really fantastic photography center. There's an art gallery upstairs, and then they have darkroom and facilities down here. So if you're ever in Toronto, come check it out. But yeah, the plan for the day is I'm going to show you some prints and some negatives at the light table, because working with Mortensage, you really need to start thinking about like planning out your prints very early on. So even from when you're shooting your images, but definitely also when you're in the darkroom printing your images, you need to be doing burning and dodging, or printing them in a certain way, which we'll get into, to really maximize the Mortensage effect. So yeah, we're going to start out here looking at some of that. I'll also tell you a little bit of history about Mortensage, and then we're going to go into the darkroom here, and we'll look at the chemistry that makes up the Mortensage working solution. We'll talk a bit about safety, and then we're going to make some prints, and we'll show you just every step and what you want to look for as your print evolves. Also, I've got a good friend Lily here, who's right here. Can say hi. There's Lily.
Hi, everybody.
Lily's worked a bit with Mortensage with me before, and she's also a photographer here in Toronto. So yeah, so Lily's going to be making some prints with us too. Yeah, so that's the plan for the day. So just as a very quick intro about Mortensage, if you're already here taking this course, then I'm sure you've seen some Mortensage prints before and you're curious about it. But just to briefly sum it up, so Mortensage is a experimental photo process where you soak a black and white silver gelatin print in a very strong acid, and we'll talk about what it's made of. But it's basically like a copper-based bleach. And then in certain parts of the print, the emulsion will lift off of the paper, and you'll get these beautiful veils and textures. So I can show you a print just to begin with. So there's a Mortensage print that I've made. So you can see some of the veils around here. And I'm going to show you more as we go. Before we get into that, just go over a little bit of the history about Mortensage. So in the 19th century, as you know, photography, oh, sorry, there's a loud noise. I think it's okay. Photography started to come about in the mid 1800s as a more and more popular practice. Back then there was a process called bleach etching, or some folks call it etch bleaching, same thing. So back then it was used to basically on negatives, to turn a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative. But then later on, in the 1970s, a French photographer named Jean-Pierre Sudre started evolving the technique a little bit further, and coined the term Mortensage, or in French, Mortensage. So he started doing workshops in Provence, in France, teaching people the Mortensage technique. And then one of his students, the American artist Elizabeth Opalanek, started taking his workshops, really fell in love with the process. So she was kind of a big proponent of making Morton Sage more well-known, more popular. Yeah, Jean-Pierre Sutre passed away in the 90s, but Elizabeth Opolanek is still alive and making work today. So you can see her work online. I'll include some of her work in the PDF that you'll get with this class. Yeah, so that kind of sums it up. And since then, you know, like in the last 10 to 20 years, we've had kind of an analog resurgence, or analog processes have become more popular. More artists have become interested in them as, you know, as digital photography takes over and everyone has their smartphones. And so I think a lot of artists are really asking themselves, what can photography still do as an art form, or how can we make a picture that doesn't look like every other picture on the internet? And I think Morton Sage is growing in popularity within that movement. So then here we are today working with it. Yeah, so that's a brief history about Morton Sage. So now I'm going to start to show you some prints and some negatives. And I'll go into a little bit more detail of what you want to think about and look for when you're starting to work with negatives, prints that you're going to be using to do Morton Sage with. Here we are in the darkroom, Gallery 44. Really great. Welcome. So I've got our sink here. I've got trays set up with all the chemistry. But before I start to show you how that works, Morton Sage chemistry, it's a very, very strong acid. Really need to take safety seriously with it. So I'm just going to go over what you want to be wearing first when you're working